So we'll be getting married on Thursday, April 24th, 2014, which is actually our 10-year anniversary as well.
I'll be getting married to the love of my life, Michelle Nale Ku'u Pumayole Siu.
Well, let me start at the beginning. So we met at a club. He's good friends with Makana, who I went to high school with. So they happened to be there that same night.
I actually didn't want to go out that night, but my good friends Makana and David, they convinced me to go out because we were really into dancing at the time. So they convinced me to go out, and we went to this club, Volcanoes. And at Volcanoes, Makana told me that we were going to meet some of his friends coming over. And you know, I didn't think nothing of it at the time. But literally, the instant that I seen Michelle walk through the door, everything changed. And you know, I was captivated by her beauty. I know it sounds cliche, but I really was. It was almost not love at first sight, but I knew that I was willing at this point to do whatever it takes to get to know her a little better. I introduced myself, and that first night, we danced the whole night away. It was for maybe a couple of hours, but we were dancing partners for the whole night.
It wasn't until a few nights later that we actually exchanged numbers and started talking, and then really hit it off after that.
As much as she still denies it to this day.
And to this day, he insists that he gave me his number.
I did give her my number.
Which I don't recall at all.
I did give her my number, and you know, I was waiting by my phone. I never got a call. Never got a call the first time. So after that, the plan was I had to use Makana and David as my spies to infiltrate because they went to the same high school. I
had a prom date already, so my little plan was to have him come to my senior prom with my best friend. So he went with Shai instead, and that is where our relationship started.
I mean, the list just goes on.
Romantic.
Energetic, outgoing.
Thoughtful.
She's down to earth.
Passionate.
Beautiful, intelligent.
Handsome.
Friendly. She's one of the most caring people I know.
Hard-headed.
Very loving.
Hard-working though. Very dedicated.
She always puts other people before herself. So don't get me wrong, Michelle's beautiful every day. But there are times that, you know, say we go out to a fancy dinner or whatever, and she gets dressed up, where she may come out of the bathroom fully dressed with her makeup, and I literally drop my jaw because it's just stunning. And at those points, I realized, like, hashtag trophy wife. I'm like the luckiest guy in the room.
So Don surprised me. It was actually my birthday, and he surprised me with a day full of activities at Kualoa Ranch.
Well, the message in the bottle was just an idea I came up with because I really wanted to do something special for Michelle, something that she would remember, and you know, something that didn't involve too many people to set up.
So we spent the day horseback riding. We went ATV riding, and then we ended the day on a little secluded beach in front of Kualoa Ranch. And we were walking down the sand, just kind of enjoying our time together.
And during this trip on this beach, we could walk up on it and we could have our own special little moment.
And lo and behold, I come up to a little bottle in the sand. And at first I didn't want to touch it. I didn't think it was for me. I figured it was for somebody else. Don't ruin their moment. And Don convinced me to finally grab it.
I didn't want something that it was a flamboyant setup that she could spot from a mile away. And I wanted it to just be an intimate moment between us two.
And I realized there was real roses in it. And that's kind of when I realized that something was up. And when we finally got the cork out and I was able to pull out the note and read it, I was so overcome with tears, I couldn't even read it out loud. And it was this beautiful poem that Don had written for me.
For like Valentine's Day, I would always be writing poems for Michelle. So I figured that, you know, I would write this poem and I would put it in this bottle.
And at the very end, it asks, if I would marry him. And he got down on one knee with his ring and everything. It was absolutely beautiful, and I was completely surprised. I had 2 surprises in one day. It was perfect.
Dreaming that we were together. Yes, it's crazy, girl.
So from that first initial meeting to now, I mean, so much has changed in our lives, and I mean, together we've grown up to be adults. Because right after we met, Michelle was already gonna go to college in the mainland. And we were only together for 5 months before we made that decision that, you know, this is something that we want to keep. And when she came back, that's when things really started to move. You know, we finished our college degrees. We were there to support each other through thick and thin while getting our careers started. And now, I mean, we own our own house. We have our own dog, Bella. And it's just, everything's moving in the right direction, I guess you could say. So one aspect in our relationship that I really am grateful for.
I think I'm so lucky to have found not just someone as perfect as Don and as wonderful as he is.
Michelle really gets along with my family.
But also to be marrying into such an awesome family. The Gaboyas welcomed me into their home from the get-go. And you know how usually you hear
these horror stories about in-laws and
how people dread going over to their house. My family has welcomed Don with open arms.
I have to say, I'm really lucky that I have great in-laws. At the same time, my family really loves Michelle as if she was their own daughter.
It's like I'm gaining a whole nother family.
You know, Michelle's been there through my roughest times. She's been there through some of my greatest times and everything in between.
Probably, I remember when I had to pull all-nighters for finals that semester, and Don had already finished all of his finals.
And you know, she was never there to ever hold me back. She was always there to help me grow as a person.
But instead of going out and partying or just letting me do my own thing, he actually would stay up with me all night.
She was always there to like support my interests.
And he would take notes for me. He would help me in whatever way he could. And I think that just showed how committed he was and how much he actually cared about me.
I feel that Michelle's a great teammate in this game that we call life.
To be right where you are. How old is your soul?
His best character trait is probably that he is so passionate about whatever he sets his mind to.
When I walk around with Michelle, I honestly feel like I'm the luckiest guy because she's one of those people that when she walks in the room, heads turn. And for me, I feel lucky because I'm the one holding her hand, you know. I think to myself, like, why is she with me? But let's just be grateful that she is. You know?
I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make.
Do it right by that pole there. It gives like a nice backdrop. Yep. How's your day going so far?
Awesome. That's for free cycle.
So how old are you now?
7 years old. Look, a message in a bottle.
What? Huh? Open it. Oh shit, here. What the hell is that? Good thing I brought my knives, just document it.
It's cute though.
Hmm?
It's cute, Jack.
From where? From Japan?
Don't stab yourself, please.
Oh, I'm trying not to, but... Oh, this thing's been in the sun for a while.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the hell?
Can I get you eating? Oh, it's real flowers.
Maybe it's a dead sea squirrel.
No, it's real flowers though.
Read it out loud. Read it out loud.
I can't read it out loud.
Read it out loud, honey.
The girl who holds the key to my heart. I want you to know my love for you is unconditional and true. I know in my heart that this feeling is also deep inside of you. This love has connected our minds, bodies, and souls together as one. This love will continue to grow even after the day they're gone. After the nurse you knew deep down that we were always meant to be. Some call it luck, some call it fate. I call it our destiny. So before we start thinking about our own family tree,
Michelle, not like to pull my all receive. Will you marry me?
of course!
I love you, babe.
Oh, stop running down my face.
Here, put this on your lip.